This is Valley News Live at noon.
Local breaking news, Grand Forks police want your help finding a man last seen leaving a club. Police say 26-year-old Anthony Valdez was last seen walking away from the Level 10 club on Sunday. Officials say he was wearing a green winter jacket with a fur hood and a black baseball hat. This is a picture of him that they've released. If you have any information on where he could be, you're asked to call police. And we have some breaking news out of Cass County. Valley News Live has confirmed that 3 Cass County child protective leaders are stepping down, in essence retiring from their positions. The move involves Linda Dorff, the division's manager for family services, and social worker supervisors Rick Van Camp and Tamara Anderson. Their decisions come after an internal investigation found that they created a toxic work environment. They've been on paid administrative leave since December. In mid-January, Economic Assistance Manager Sydney Schock was then placed on paid administrative leave due to a grievance filed against him. New for you at noon, authorities arrested a 17-year-old in connection with a homicide investigation that led police to the Minneapolis apartment where a SWAT team officer fatally shot Amar Locke while conducting a search warrant. The teen is accused of shooting a 38-year-old man last month. The death of Locke angered his family and activists who questioned the initial account of the shooting. It has also prompted an immediate re-examination of no-knock arrest warrants. Also new at noon, CVS on 13th Avenue was evacuated this morning because the heating source in the building was malfunctioning and putting out carbon monoxide. Fire officials say no one got sick. The fire department turned off the heat and a contractor will be there to fix it soon. Today was a warmish day as we saw temperatures in the 30s. It's a bit of relief after spending quite some time in temperatures below zero. Let's get a check of this warm-ish weather with Summer Schnellbach with a quick look at the weather center.
JC, it was a miracle. I left my house this morning and I made the bold decision to leave that winter coat at home. I think it was a good decision. I mean, I still had a sweater on, so it wasn't just a dress and heels. But look at these temperatures across the region. We have already outpaced our forecast in Fargo. We're at 38 degrees, as is Jamestown, 39 in Fergus Falls, kissing that 40-degree mark. Devil's Lake, 35 degrees, Grand Forks as well. We do have a few clouds building in that in some areas did have some sunshine early this morning. Here in Fargo, we're just on the edge of that cloud cover, as you can see a few filtering in on that sky cam. Also, to the north, we have our first little disturbance pushing through the region, heading into your lunchtime hour with some areas of flakes and some areas of raindrops. Really depends on the surface temperatures. Also increasing is the wind, gusting to 30 miles per hour here in Fargo, 36-mile-per-hour gust in Gwinner. And it's going to be on the breezy side all day with gusts over 30 to potentially even 40 miles per hour. Temperatures widespread in the 30s and low 40s, and we'll be tracking that chance for some wet snow, some rain, and some mix coming up in just a few minutes. And then we'll talk about our next chance of some precipitation as well. So lots to go over in Maine weather coming up in a few minutes.
Yes, Summer, lots to go over. Thank you very much. West Fargo Assistant City Administrator Tim Solberg has been fired after a city internal investigation and violating several city policies after being arrested on domestic violence charges. City officials fired Solberg on January 27th. On January 15th, Solberg was arrested by the Fargo Police Department for aggravated assault and preventing arrest. According to the city's internal investigation, Solberg displayed behaviors that violated numerous city employee policies, including unprofessional behavior, such as engaging in hostile or intimidating interactions. Documents also say that at no point in Solberg's written response to the internal investigation report did he deny that he was arrested following the incident. The diplomatic push to avoid a Russian invasion of Ukraine continues, but so far Russian President Vladimir Putin has been non-committal about what he plans to do. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
French President Emmanuel Macron traveled to Kyiv for talks with Ukraine's president a day after he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin for more than 5 hours. European and U.S. leaders are hoping to keep a diplomatic solution on the table. The French president said, "We have had exchanges with President Putin, and he told me that he would not be behind any escalation." But the Russian Ministry of Defense has released video of 6 warships headed to the Black Sea for military drills as part of its continued buildup. Ukraine's foreign minister says Russia needs to withdraw its forces amassed along the border as a clear message of de-escalation. Ukraine announced it will conduct its own military drills later this week. President Biden again warned of economic consequences that he said would be the most severe ever imposed if Russia invades Ukraine. The State Department says preparations are being made in case the U.S. and NATO allies need to move forward with sanctions.
There are a myriad of details and technical matters that will need to be worked out if we are in the unfortunate position of having to move forward with this strong and unified response.
A message stressed by President Biden and Germany's new chancellor during a meeting at the White House Monday. Chancellor Olaf Scholz is scheduled to meet with Putin in Moscow next week. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
The diplomatic push to avoid a Russian invasion of Ukraine continues, but so far, Russian President Vladimir Putin has been non-committal. Thank you, Natalie Brand from CBS. You might want to check your COVID-19 at-home test kit. The FDA issued a voluntary recall of the Standard Q COVID-19 at-home test due to confirmed reports it was illegally imported into the U.S. SD Biosensor Incorporated is issuing the recall of the product out of caution, although there is no known distribution of these tests directly to consumers. The company has launched an investigation and taking measures to prevent this from happening again. Coming up at noon, you might have to pay a pretty penny for your Valentine this year. The cost of flowers and candy are on the rise. But next, we could be expecting weather that can pose some problems on the roads during the evening commute.